I think it's so cool that like now that I'm starting to compound these weekly videos, I can look back on it and be like, okay, on week 7, I was feeling this way. On week 10, I was feeling this way. Like imagine if I had given up back on week 3 or 4 when I did that Kickstarter and like I didn't pull through that Kickstarter, wouldn't have hit the goal, wouldn't have been able to get the money that we needed to purchase more inventory, wouldn't have been able to, just so many opportunities that I wouldn't have been able to see just by giving up. And it's just a matter of keep going. Even if like shit is hitting the fan, even if things aren't like working in your favor, you just gotta find a way to get to the next day. And it's not pretty, it's not the coolest, most aesthetic or most vibey thing, but you really just gotta roll up your sleeves and just fight and crawl and scratch like a dog, for real. But just to give you guys a quick update, I just got to Maryland yesterday. I was in Buffalo for a couple of days, and then I went to Houston real quick to spend some time with my family and see Kendrick Lamar and SZA. I really enjoyed the concert. I enjoyed spending time with my brother and my sister-in-law. I really love them folks, and like it was just cool to be out there in Houston. I made a lot of content. Whenever I'm in Houston, I feel a lot of energy in terms of like wanting to make content. So that was good. I'm following up with what I said I was gonna do. I've been putting out content pretty consistently, and I'm happy about that. The things to follow up on, we got accepted into the Goldman Sachs program. So starting in 2 weeks, every Thursday, I'm gonna be in Baltimore at Johns Hopkins taking extensive courses provided by Goldman Sachs on how to grow my business, how to refine it, how to stay focused and structured in what I'm doing with running the business. And then we also got accepted to be on the How I Built This podcast, and we're filming it next week, next Tuesday, and it'll go live sometime in May, I think. So 2 dope things. Waiting to hear back about Shark Tank. I think if they don't call me by the end of this month, they will call me by the end of this month to let me know that I made it to the next round. So super exciting things on the way. I'm going to China next week. I'm going to China next Wednesday. I have my flight booked. Literally don't have anything else booked. No hotel. I have the idea of what I want to do. I think I talked to you guys about that in terms of like meeting my manufacturers, being in the situation where I can let luck work in my favor. But finna be in China next week. I'm gonna document the shit out that trip. And it'll be a good experience. And I think I'll come out of that trip with more knowledge in order of how I can improve my business overall. So that's great. Where we're at right now with the Bransky, we've been waiting on our hoodies from the Kickstarter to come in. I was hoping that they would come in while I was in Buffalo or Houston, and then like these next couple of days I could just have people come to the studio and fulfill all of those orders before I go to China. But they're literally stuck in China with customs because of this tariff shit, and it's throwing me because I want to get these orders fulfilled. I told people by the end of April they'd have their hoodies, but it's dragging. So I'm gonna have to provide an update for those people and let them know that they're gonna have to wait a little bit. But it's out of my control, you know. The tariffs aren't really something that I can control. That's part of the reason I'm going to China, to get that stuff in order. But they're on the way, which is good. I think right now, just like stream of consciousness, I really need to lean into like storytelling and like building out series within the brand. I have so much leverage in terms of my friends, the people in my network, and the reputation that I built, and my personal brand equity and my personal goodwill that I built up with the brand. Like all of the Black influencers in the fitness space, I either know them or I'm 1 degree of separation away from them. So like I need to start working on really building out a good influencer model where we're bringing people into the brand ecosystem and having them work with us and telling their story, not just come in, push a code, sell product. I really want to build out like that community, that tribe, because like Vay is a brand for the culture. And being for the culture doesn't just mean selling clothes to Black people. It means like highlighting Black businesses. I think what we're going to start to do is a weekly Black business spotlight here in Maryland first, highlighting some of the Black trainers, the Black entrepreneurs and business owners here, and just happening to wear the clothes, telling them about my brand, telling them about myself, and supporting them, using our platform to amplify their voices and allowing that goodwill to flow back to us. So I really think that that's going to be a focus for us. And then like leveraging like Ty, like we were up in Buffalo earlier this week, and we were at this restaurant. We literally left the restaurant, like 6 people asking for photos. We went out to this little like country music EDM thing, like more people just asking for like photos, and like people really love football up there. And that's like a core audience and demographic that we got to utilize and tap into. Like that Bills Mafia, them folks live and die about their football and their players. And I think a lot of players in the NFL are just content with playing football. Me and Ty are so similar in our personalities and our interests. And I see how receptive people are to me doing things like line dancing, listening to EDM music, being an entrepreneur. Ty has much more reach than me because he's attached to an organization that's as big as an NFL football team. So I feel like helping him craft his story and being more than just an athlete, but like an entrepreneur, someone who's interested in cars, dogs, and running a business and other things among that, it'll allow him to bring more people in his network that have similar intersectional interests that aren't just football. So I think this fall, we're gonna double down. I think we can really grow his personal brand, they and Manifest together, by just being strategic in terms of where we're placing both Ty and the content that we make that puts him in the position to receive the blessings that are meant to come to him, because I'm excited for my brother. But yeah, so Bills Mafia is really important, telling our story through storytelling, highlighting Black businesses, highlighting the culture, and then also influencers, Black influencers. I think we're gonna run a competition of some sort where I think the easiest way to do it would be to be like, hey, we're gonna offer a 6-month contract to the best Black fitness influencer in our network. And to win this competition, you have to produce content for 30 days. You choose the type of content that you wanna make. You choose the criteria. We'll judge you based on what you wanna produce. Because I feel as though a lot of the influencers and ambassadors in the space have to fit into certain confines. Like if you work with Gymshark, there's like token, and it's gonna be perceived in a way, but like there's low-key like token Black fitness influencers in like the Gymshark space and in like the Young LA space. And like, I just want people to be themselves, like be your authentic self. Because if I couldn't be myself, I wouldn't want to work with a brand, if I'm being realistic. So like, I just want they to be a space where people can come in, you can be yourself, you can say what you want within reason, of course, and just like inspire, educate, and entertain people. And from there, the brand will naturally grow. So that's my master plan. We finna be in Maryland the next like maybe 4 to 5 days. I'll try to film one of these videos before I go to China, so next Wednesday. And then I think that whole week of content will be in China. I don't think the views will be that good, but I don't really care. I'm documenting my trip to China because I'm low-key excited. How lucky am I to be able to go to China? Like, broke 27-year-old entrepreneur trying to build a business, actively building a business, gets to fly to China with a visa that he got 10 years ago because of football. They gave me the opportunity to go play football in China. And now one of my friends that I met in China and played football with is also in Buffalo. And then because of football, I was able to go to China, then go to the University of Maryland, where I met my best friend now, who also plays in Buffalo. So like sports, fitness has just provided me with so many opportunities, and I'm like eternally grateful to be where I am right now. And I'm excited for the future. Yeah. A lot of good things in the works. I'm feeling very positive and motivated, especially being back here in Maryland. Usually I'm like, back in the studio grinding, but I feel good. I'm feeling content. I'm ready to whip it up. I just deadlifted 600 pounds earlier in the week on Wednesday. So hard body individual. It means I'm getting stronger. My wrist and my shoulder are healing now from my snowboarding injury. So I'm starting to work out more. Everything's kind of flowing and growing. So I'm excited. I'm finna get to work. I got a lot of stuff to do before I head out the country next week. So thank you for tuning in. Appreciate your support of the brand. Have a great day on purpose, and I will see y'all later.